Hello everyone, this is DinoSasha here, and welcome back to another review, and today we're gonna take a look at the figure. It is the Schleich 2018 Dinogorgon. Now, Dinogorgon, which name means terrible gorgon, is a species of the Gorgonopsid, or specifically the genus, that lives in the late Permian period, about 256 to 154 million years ago, what is known as Tanzania and South Africa. Now, although it doesn't have a length body or weight mass, but at least the skull was only about 40 centimeters or 16 inches. Now, particularly, this predator is indeed very deadly. Now, considerably descend from a distant relatives to what it seems like. The Dinogorgon is a unique creature that belongs in a member of the Gorgonopsidae family, which is the closest ancestors to a Sinosaurus and Epiosaurus, were their closest ancestors, especially the Lacanops. Now, considered to be a creature, it has huge fangs that for tearing flesh, until it hunt down any animals that are encountered, especially the other animals. Now, we're gonna take off the skull, but the sculpt looks really cool for me. This is the really good sculpt on this figure because it has no articulation or whatever you need it. Well, this accuracy has been resisted because this is a really good design of this animal. Now, beside being an animal, but at least they haven't seen it for months, because I like the skull because it looks really designed for me. I like the figure sculptation on the entire body, but I like it. So the pose, it's the pose when Dinogorgon roars at something, and that's how that exists. Now, believe it or not, this is indeed a very concerned predator. Now, I like the pose because it started to roar for the enemies to come. Now, I like the details because it's smooth details across the body with its all across it with, very nice detailation. It just did perfectly, and that's how it works. So, about the creature's design, let's talk about something else. The color scheme. The color scheme looks a bit mistakable, but I don't think so. The color scheme looks really nice to me because I like the pose, like the details, like the sculpt. I like the color scheme too because all across the body were brown, especially that gray stripes. Especially it's a really cool design with the stripes that remind me of a tiger. If resemblance that has the stripes, but I still liked how designed his figure was and how relatively nice was. Basically the Dinogorgon was acceptable, but I like the design of teeth. The design of the teeth and head, which has black pupils instead of it. So it has a sharp teeth that looks like a Smilodon, and I like the tongue, which is red colored. And yes, that's my personal opinion on that figure. So basically, I like the design, what the creature looked like, and how resemblance was. Come to think of it, this is a really nice figure at pace. Now, about that, the accuracy looks a bit more like animal than a usual monster. Come to think of with something else, we have a lot of things about it, so let's just thought of something and I have recorded for something. Well, I like the accuracy, and that's all about that. So, we're gonna bring up a ruler, so let's give this one a measure. So, in terms of from the length, from the tip of the tail, always tip of the snout, we're looking at about approximately 5.13 inches, which is only at about, well, I hope if I said 13 centimeters, and the height, which is the top of the snout, we're looking at about approximately 2.5 inches, which is only at about 5 centimeters. Now, for comparison, I'm gonna bring up some other synopsid, including the sail ones. Here is with my Safari Ltd 2018 Dimetrodon. Now, compared to these animals, these things are not considered. So, I've mistaken the name as Inostransevia. That is not correct at all. but instead I just named a Dinogorgon because of the name of the species. Now, for another comparison, here's the last figure that I have, the Collecte 2019 Adaphosaurus, a much herbivorous synopsid. And I kind of like the opinions of what the creature's resemblance are, because both Dimetrodon and Dinogorgon are predators because of their sharp teeth. Now, apparently, the Adaphosaurus was a herbivore. Now, for the rating, and I'll give it a smoothly, I think the accuracy was the greatest thing. I like the color scheme, I love that sculpt, and I love the paint job and pose and detailation. I'll give it a 10 out of 10, because I love that Dinogorgon because of its remarkable color scheme, but this is the really nice ones. But people reviewing this figure because of resemblance like in a Savior or Gorgonops, but that's maybe concernably weird, but I have respect the opinion. Although they might be look deadly, but they're a part of the Gorgonopsid family. They're a part of the order of Gorgonopsia, so that's the correlation. Numerous therapsid bones, including individually Gorgonopsids, especially the other ones. Now, basically, I think I like the design of what the creature looks like, and how that appeared as an animal than a usual being as we think of. Basically, I have thoughts on my opinions, and yeah, that's all about that. So the next will be on the Daedon, because it's the type of hog that mainly feed on the everything, especially the other ones. So, well, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you'll never miss the video. And leave a comment below. And I hope you see for another review about the Safari Ltd 2018 Daedon. Goodbye, everyone, and see you all next time.